Second one, change in temperature. At equilibrium, both forward and backward reactions occur simultaneously and in the opposite direction. If one of the reaction is exothermic means with the liberation of heat. The other must be endothermic, that means absorption of heat. If the forward reaction proceeds with the liberation of heat and the backward reaction proceeds with the absorption of heat, when the temperature is increased, the heat added to the system. Therefore, according to the Le Chatelier's principle, the equilibrium must shift in the direction which involves the absorption of heat. Because when we are supplying heat, it should be prepared to accept the heat that what we supplied. Hence, for the present case, Le Chatelier's principle can be stated as follows. When the temperature of a system at equilibrium is increased, the equilibrium shift in the direction in which heat is absorbed. That means that is a general rule. We are going to discuss exothermic and endothermic reactions. Let us take first exothermic reaction. Consider a general exothermic reaction A plus B giving C plus D plus heat. That means it is an exothermic reaction. But the reverse reaction, that is C plus D giving A plus B, is an endothermic reaction. In this reaction, the forward reaction is exothermic, that is written FXO. Forward reaction is exothermic and backward reaction be endothermic reaction. Backward reaction is an endothermic reaction and involves absorption of heat. Now let us take case 1. In such a reaction, when it is subjected to an increase in temperature, that is the condition. Increase in temperature, the backward reaction is favored because only backward reaction can absorb heat. And increase in the concentration of the reactants occur, that is from right to the left the reaction take place, or backward reaction take place. Backward reaction is endothermic reaction. That reaction can only accept heat. That is the reason. Case 2. If the temperature of the system is decreased, in order to compensate the loss of heat, forward reaction is favored because there is loss of heat. Therefore, we have to produce heat and maintain the situation. Therefore, forward reaction is favored and increase in the concentration of the products. That means A and B reacts together and form more and more C and D. Thus, in an exothermic reaction, greater the yield of the product can be obtained by lowering the temperature. We need the product always. We don't want any reactant to form. We want products to be formed. Therefore, lowering of the temperature is favored for any exothermic reaction. Next, for endothermic reaction, consider the general reaction A plus B giving C plus D. In this forward reaction is endothermic, that is it is written F endo, and backward reaction is exothermic. And C plus D minus heat, that means endothermic. This reaction is endothermic in the forward direction and involves the absorption of heat, whereas it is exothermic in the backward direction and it involves the liberation of heat. Case 1. When such a reaction is subjected to an increase in temperature, an equilibrium will shift in the forward reaction. That means from the left to right, that means more and more products are formed. Products are formed in the reaction when there is an increase in temperature. Thus, an increase in temperature of an endothermic reaction favors the forward reaction and more products are formed, or higher yield is produced. Fill in the blank question. Case 2. A decrease in temperature will favor the backward reaction and increase the concentration of the reactant. We don't want that such a situation. Whenever the question is itself, that means the discussion itself, how will you get the maximum yield of the product? Therefore, this is the condition in order to that higher yield of the product. That means an increase in temperature for endothermic reaction. Therefore, these are the conditions. All the case 1, case 2 which is mentioned are fill in the blank questions.